Hello. Welcome back to my channel. It has been a minute. Sorry about that. To give you the short explanation, I either didn't feel good or was busy and had something better to do, So this is not my priority, but my plants are, so they have not been neglected this whole time. So what we're going to do today is we're going to work on the moss pulls for these guys, and we're going to extend the moss pulls, and then we're going to put my Thai constellation on a moss pull because look how good it looks. Okay, so I ran out of these plastic ones that I got on Amazon. I guess I can show you this one. This one doesn't have stuff all over it, but yeah, this one, I don't know. They're kind of cheap. They're kind of crappy. I don't know. I didn't really like them a whole lot. I ended up having to cut a lot of them for whatever reason. And this plant needs a repot as well. But yeah, I wasn't a huge fan. So I went on Amazon and bought, like I said, show you these. So it came in a big box and I bought these ones. So you have your coated wire mesh and then the plastic back, and the plastic is really thick. Really thick. I like these. And it came with flush cut cutters, wire cutters. A whole bunch of these. Came with gloves and more of the little plant tape. Yeah, awesome deal. I'll link the one that I bought below. And I should have grabbed it, but I'm also going to be putting a Hoya on this trellis. This isn't a real trellis. Where did I get this? I got this at Dollar Tree, and it came in a 2-pack, and it worked out really good. It actually makes a pretty good plant trellis. So, but yeah, getting back to the moss pulls. I suppose we could start with this one. I have it wrapped in saran wrap because I went on a 2-week vacation and moss pulls like to dry out. So, plus I think it's helping it grow, holding in a lot more moisture. This guy was not attached at all, so I just rewrapped it. It doesn't need an extension yet because it's only grown up to right here, and it's again not attached to the moss pull. And this leaf is just being stupid all of a sudden. Try to pull the saran wrap up. But I rewrapped it so that every node is touching the moss pole. The moss is still damp, so hopefully soon. It is growing. It's grown a little bit, but it just has not. It hasn't done anything. So we're not going to extend that pole yet. Okay, on to the next one. And this one, I don't know if it has attached to the moss pole. But we'll see. Nope. But it also wasn't saran wrapped, and it does need an extension though. Okay. These are really taking their sweet time attaching. It's annoying. Okay. And then this one needs to be repot. So I will do that also after I get this wrapped. So it kind of holds it all neatly. So I guess I should tell you what I've been up to lately. Like I said, I stopped filming because I either was busy or didn't feel good. The not feeling good thing is just allergies. I have really severe allergies. If you were unaware, it's no big deal. I get allergy shots. I'm dealing with it. So I went on a couple family vacations in the meantime. So that was fun. The first one was just in the desert, close to where we live. We live in Utah. So yeah, this was just a close 1 week thing. And I don't really prep my plants at all. If I have to if I'm just gonna be gone for like a week, it's not a big deal. And then that trip was super fun. We went and saw like a ton of Indian ruins, and we were finding like huge shards of pottery, like Indian pottery, and we didn't keep it, obviously. It's still out there. But yeah, it was so wild, like seeing all these crazy Indian ruins that hadn't been seen for like years and years by anyone. It was pretty cool. And let's see, after that, my dogs, Hunt, baby, Booger, shh, my dogs who are trying to bark right now. This is Hunt. This is Hunt, the loudest, barkiest of them all. So Hunt and Pigeon both got kennel cough, and they were so sick. Like, they immediately after this trip, I don't know how they caught it or where they caught it, because we haven't seen any dogs. We haven't been around other dogs. But both of them dropped tons of weight. And you could see like all of their ribs, and they were really sick. So I took them to the vet, and the vet decided it was just kennel cough, and he was kind of confused. Like I was, like, I don't know how they caught it. We haven't been around any other dogs, and they're fully vaccinated and all that. So it was kind of weird that they got kennel cough. Trying to be gentle with these leaves. So yeah, they were super sick, and then they just were not getting better. Like, we got them on antibiotics, and they seemed like they're initially kind of getting better, but then they weren't. So we had to do yet another round of antibiotics, and it's just been kind of difficult. We haven't been able to take the dogs for a walk in a long time, so their nails are getting really long, and they're out of shape, and poor guys. Ugh. And then, so during all this, we end up, let's see, the kids got out of school, and then we went on another vacation. This one was up to Alaska, and oh my god, I just want to be there all the time. I love Alaska so much. So that was like a 2-week vacation, so that one was a little bit harder for my plants. Like, being gone 1 week, it's whatever. My plants can survive that pretty easy. But 2 weeks, a little bit more, so I ended up saran wrapping all of my plants for the most part, and everything did really well. Honestly, I think I had one almost casualty, and then, well, almost 3 casualties, but they're all gonna make it. They're not gonna be just fine. So we'll see. We'll see how they recover, but they do seem to be recovering, so that's good. Okay. Well, you can't. It looks okay. So that's saran wrapped on there. So hopefully these stupid nodes will finally start developing. And then I'm just gonna stick the new moss pole over the top like that, and then we're gonna fill it, and then we're gonna saran wrap it. Ugh. Got my moss ready. Yeah, so the Alaska trip was so amazing. Oh my god, it's like 100 and something degrees here. Miserable, just hot and dry, no rain in sight. And then we went there, and it was, oh my god, it was so nice. It was like 50 degrees and raining, and we hiked our asses off. It was amazing. It was so much fun. I haven't had a vacation that nice. Well, we did our Louisiana vacation too in the very end of December. That one was really nice too. But yeah, this trip was so nice. I want to move there now. If our house will sell, then I'm gonna move. My husband gets a job, we're moving. We're moving. I don't care. But for now, it's just me and the plants hanging out, waiting for something to happen. I'm trying not to buy any plants right now because of the uncertainty of the move and all that. I mean, we've been saying we're going to move for like the last 10 years. We're not going to move. But I really, really want to move. So, we'll see. We'll see. It's not going to happen, but a girl can dream, you know? A girl can dream. Got that filled with moss. I like to look at these moss pools a lot more. We got that filled, and yeah, I got a saran wrap. And once my tag is trying to fall over, it needs supports. Alright, get to wrapping again. So this moss stays nice and damp, because otherwise it won't. Like I said, it's a desert. Oh. Okay, now we need to repot. Where your colors go. So we did attach this pole to this pot. Undo that. Yeah, so yeah, I've been busy doing fun stuff, mostly fun stuff. My plants have been growing really well this summer. Really been pleased with that. I have, oh my gosh. Look at the roots on that guy. Definitely needed a repot. Oh, that's not bad. Okay. So now this guy is repotted, and I'll have to find another cover pot for it. Oh, this one would work. That guy will fit in here. Yes. And that'll fit in this guy's pot. Perfect-ish. That works. Okay. This guy over here. And this guy over here. What else has been going on? I've repotted my Monstera. Entire constellation. It finally gave me that gorgeous leaf. Look at that. So pretty. And now I think I'm going to put it on a moss pole so that these big roots can go in this. I got a big one, big black one. And yeah, it'll fit right there. Oh yeah, and then it's gonna hold it up, and then it'll be a lot easier to propagate later on, because I don't know, but at least it'll be a support for the plant at minimum. So I'm going to strap it on so it holds the plant up. Where did my, there it is. Strap it on, hold it up, and then I'm going to fill it with moss. There we go. Nope. Nope. That plant just fell. And this one's also trying to fall. Should I repot this and stick the pole further down? I think I'm going to do that. That's what I should have done with that one. But it's already like... I don't know. I think I'm going to repot this, because I just repotted it not that long ago, and I think I wanted to pot it into this pot because it has drainage. But I wasn't thinking, and I potted it in this, which is the same size. So yeah, we're gonna redo it. Okay. to repot this plant in here with that in there. Okay. So I've been thinking lately that I've been wanting to get back into doing my art again. I kind of stopped there for a good long while because I was just burnt out. Couldn't do it anymore. There's the root ball. I probably should try to break it up a little. Looks like it was already growing out into the soil. It should be fine. Yeah, I feel like I need to get back into painting. My husband was giving me some crap the other day about it too, so I just need to do it, get back into it. And yeah, so coming up next month is the Strata Easel Challenge, and Strata is a company, obviously, that makes easels. And they put on a challenge every single year where people have to paint every single day for 30 or 31 days, however long the month is, and post their painting to their Instagram or tag them or whatever on Instagram every day for a month. And if you complete the challenge, then you get entered into a drawing to win one of their easels. And their easels are super nice. And it's actually pretty cool because it's a Utah company, and I live in Utah. So that's cool. And the guy that runs it is super amazing painter. I don't know if I'll ever be that good, but I try. I'm just gonna fill some of the bottom of the bowl with soil. That's good. Where'd my wrap go? But yeah, so it's a 31 day challenge, and I'm looking forward to it. I'm actually interested in giving another shot. I've done this specific challenge several times in the past. Yeah, and I almost always complete the challenge, but I've never won an easel. And it's not like a skill-based thing. Like, you're not gonna win based on how good your painting is, which is kind of fun because that means that literally anybody could win. And it's just a good accountability motivation thing. So I dig it. Oh, you can't see me. Yeah, you can see me. So I'm gonna be doing that, and it's gonna be hopefully fun. Hopefully I finish. I've been working on preparing all of my canvases because you can't just start. You have to have 31 surfaces ready to go, which means they all need to be primed and all that stuff. So I've been trying to find panels or whatever. It's kind of hard because I don't want to spend a lot of money. Don't want to acquire a lot of stuff. I just kind of want. Okay, I don't know why my camera just died again. It's being kind of shitty. But so I was telling you about how my Alocasia Jacqueline rotted. All the roots rotted off while I was in Alaska because I had covered it in saran wrap, hoping to, prevent it from drying out because it was in a tiny little container and it was definitely going to dry out. It wasn't going to make it. So it didn't dry out, but it also rotted. So yay me. Sorry, I'm just stuffing some more moss around the base of the plant because it wasn't sitting directly against the moss pole, so I'm bringing the moss to it. And a little bit more. But yeah, so I pulled that out of the pot and it had 9 or 10 what are they called? Corms? Had 9 or 10 corms in the pot. Like, it was tiny. It was in the tiniest little pot. It was barely in a pot larger than this, and there was almost 10 corms in there. Well, 10 if you count the main one. So, pretty crazy. So I peeled those and put them in a little perlite propagator, and they're all actually starting to sprout, which is pretty awesome. Okay, I am loving how this looks so far. I mean, look at that. Look at that. Doesn't that look nice? Okay. Oh, I got sphagnum moss everywhere. This is better moss than I had last time, but it still smells gross. Oh, and speaking of moss to me smells like a fish tank. And I got a fish tank. Got it all set up. So I've also been very distracted with taking care of that. Where did I put my... We'll leave it like this for now. So that one is done. And now I gotta show you the mess I made. You see that? Tie it to this damn pole. Why do I keep losing? One specific piece of plant Velcro that's like super long, and I just keep losing that specific one. Oh, there. Okay, so this plant is apparently just unstable. Maybe after I water it, it'll be more stable. It does have quite the gangster lean. Quite the lean. Hopefully this will finally attach to this plant, or this moss pole. If it doesn't, by the next time I check it, or the next time it reaches the top of this pole, I'm just gonna plant it in with my other pothos. Scrap the whole plan. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Little bastard. But yeah, so what was I talking about? Was I talking about my fish tank? Yes. I got a fish tank and it's so cute. I wasn't gonna get one, and then I found a tank that would fit perfectly on my IKEA shoe cabinet because it's like really narrow. So this tank is 15 gallons. It looks bigger than that, but it's 15 gallons, and it has a whole bunch of sherry shrimp and some mystery snails, and then I have some longfin zebra cories and a couple other fish. So, but I feel like it goes along with the plant thing really well because it's a planted tank and it has like plants growing out of the top, and I've been having a lot of fun with the water plants. So I'll show you some B-roll of that at some point, probably tonight. I think it would be easier to film. But okay, I'm gonna go grab a couple other casualties from my vacation. So I'll grab the 3 casualties from my vacation and show you those. So I will be back. Okay, I'm back. So like I was saying, this, you can see, that's my Alocasia Jacqueline corm. I left a couple corms attached to it, And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 I peeled and are sprouts. They're all sprouting. So thank God I did not kill my Jacqueline entirely, but it's on a recovery mission. The other 2 casualties of my vacation are my moonshine Sansevieria. It did not get any water while we were gone, and it was over 100 degrees most days. And I forgot to ask the person coming to my house to water them, and I didn't put them on a drip system, so yeah, it dried out. And it is recovering, but I don't know if the wrinkles will ever fully come out of the leaves. But I think this section might have completely died, so I'm going to repot, because also the soil has disappeared. I don't know where the soil went, it just is gone. So these just don't have any soil. Oh, look, there's 2 new shoots coming. Look at those. And then, yeah, I think this piece is, yeah, dead. So that piece is dead. We'll throw that away. I think the rest of it, for the most part, is going to be okay. Oh, there's another new shoot. 3 new shoots. Sweet. Sorry, my dog's barking. So get some soil in the bottom, because most of that soil is just gone. Yeah, the roots look okay. I've been I was worried about root dry rot, so I've been trying to water it slowly to bring it back to life. But it's still out there in 100-degree heat every day, so it dries out almost every day. But I've been watering every few days. I've been trying, I don't know, just trying not to kill it, trying to save it for my neglect. But it needs more soil in the pot. I think that'll help it from drying out so fast. Needs a little bit of love, you know? They're hard to kill, but they're not impossible to kill. So, oh yeah, that's sitting way better in its pot. No longer just flopping over. Oh, that looks a lot better. Ugh. And then the last casualty we have, same situation as the moonshine. This is my Raven ZZ. Look at all this, it's died. So much of it died back, but since I've been watering it, I've gotten new growth. It's really dry, it needs water right now too. But same thing, it lost all of its soil somehow. So I'm going to re-soil it. Sounds weird. Oh. And these guys don't need deep pots, they just need wide pots, it seems like. Okay. So yeah, it's had a lot of new growth on it since being outside. I think it does like the hot temps, but maybe a little bit more water. So there we go. Still looks pretty rough. I'm gonna cut off. Where did I throw my scissors in there? I'm gonna cut off all this dead stuff. Not all of it's dead. I'm mostly just gonna cut off the. There we go. Cut back. Cut. And this branch looks like it's going, but it's not gone yet. So we're gonna leave it on here. Alright, what do we got? Yeah, so maybe I think a couple of these got sunburned, some sun damage, the ones that are left. the old ones. And that one's pretty new, but you can see how much I cut out of there. Cut out a lot, but that's okay. It's still alive. Still alive somehow. Poor guy. This was probably the most devastating find to come back to, because I truly do love this plant, and I don't know why I neglected it so horribly. Bad plant parent right there. Stand it up, tie it together. Maybe I'll tie these 4 big guys together. Maybe it'll hold it upright. But it's still living outside. All this new growth tells me that it does like it, although it is so desperate for water. So yeah, those are my sad plant stories from 2 weeks of neglecting my plants, and these 2 should have been fine. If I would have brought them in the house or put them on a drip system, they would have been totally fine, but that was my bad. So look at the setback on that. So maybe cleaning it up, repotting it, giving it another drink will bring it back to life. I hope. I have a little bit of good progress update on the last plant that did not quite survive one of my vacations. This was my December vacation, and this plant, it got dehydrated and it just went downhill, and I could not get it to turn around. And I've been propagating it and trying to get it to do anything at all for months. It's 8 months. So let me grab it. All right, so this is the best it has looked, and it's in this sealed glass jar. I just put it in here like a week ago, and I probably should have just done it from the very beginning, because this is the best it's looked. I don't know if you can see it. I might have to get some B-roll. I can't turn it that far. But it has 1 leaf, 1 tiny leaf, and a stem. I don't know what the hell it's doing, but 1 tiny leaf and a stem, and it's been in propagation for 8 months. It just hasn't been doing anything. I had it in perlite for a while, and it did absolutely nothing. Like, it would grow underneath the perlite, but every time it started to break the surface, it would die. So I don't know. And I was like, well, maybe I buried it too deep, so I kind of unburied it, and then all of that just died. Everything that I unburied. So, I don't know. I do not get Rex begonias. Like, I can keep the whole plant alive. If I buy it as a little plantlet, I can keep that alive, but like propagating it, I've never had success, ever. So, here's hoping. Like, the rhizomes are good. After, when I pulled them out of the perlite to put them in here, the tops were rotted. Hey, stop it. The tops of the rhizomes were rotted, so I removed all the rotted bits, and then they had tons of roots. Like, the roots looked great. So I stuck it all back in here. There's 2 of them, 2 rhizomes. So we'll see. I don't know. But it was a fun catch up. I have some more plant chores to do. Oh, my trellis plant. So this is my Hoya Australis Lisa, and it's gotten really long lately, so I think it is time to put it on a trellis. So that's what I'm going to do here. So, oh, that wasn't supposed to break off. Ouch. Little bastard. Just broke the wire. can sit in the pot as well now. Dang it. Because I was just going to bend it out, but it broke. That'll work. Okay, so I'm going to cut this back to here. I don't know where that went. And then I'm going to cut this one back to here. Ah! All right, so there we have two little legs. So it's a little wonky, lopsided, but once the plant grows in, you're not gonna see that at all. So there we go. So just because the plant is Jesus. That should be fine. Okay, and then I'm going to pin this on. I have a whole bunch. This kit came with a whole bunch of these little tiny things, clippies. So I'm just going to clip this Hoya on. Like for a long time I was just like wrapping them, but I don't know, I think I kind of like the idea of being able to remove them when I want. So also in this recent planty stuff order, I bought some leca also. I don't know if I'm gonna like leca at all, but I just wanted to give it a try. I've heard really good things about it. Maybe my alocasia will like it. My Jacqueline. I don't know. I hope so. Let's see what that looks like. A little wonky, but I think once the leaves like acclimate and like kind of lay nicely, they'll move. They'll move. It'll look nicer at some point. Because I was going to show you. But yeah, isn't that cute? Cool. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not going to show you anything. I'm done. Goodbye.